First tonight, Jimmy Savile's ornate headstone in a Scarborough cemetery will be taken down tomorrow. The move comes as the Metropolitan Police confirm they're pursuing 120 lines of inquiry into allegations of abuse by the Leeds entertainer.
10 officers are to work on the inquiry, which will be jointly conducted with the NSPCC. Kathy Killick has all the latest developments in this unfolding story.
It's just 20 days ago that this grand headstone celebrating the achievements of Jimmy Savile was unveiled in Scarborough's Woodland Cemetery. Now his family want it removed out of respect for public opinion. Bearing the epitaph, "It was good while it lasted," the family were particularly concerned about the impact the stone could have on the dignity and sanctity of the cemetery. They're said to be emotionally drained by allegations made in an ITV documentary screened last Wednesday that alleged that Jimmy Savile was guilty of the sexual abuse of underage girls. Now the Metropolitan Police say they've been contacted by many more alleged victims. The accusations come from all over the country, with the first dating from 1959. In all, the police are pursuing 120 lines of inquiry from an estimated 20 to 25 victims. The allegations include 6 of sexual assault and 2 rapes.
It's a bit too early to say exactly what has gone on here, but undoubtedly Savile had a sexual preference for teenage girls. That's what women are coming forward and telling us, and I really do want to thank them for their courage and bravery in doing that. It isn't easy, especially after so many years, to relive these experiences so publicly.
In other developments, it's emerged it won't be possible to strip the entertainer of the knighthood he was awarded in 1990 because the honour is deemed to have died with him, though the Prime Minister David Cameron called for the issue to be looked at.
We have in Britain something called the Forfeiture Committee. I don't sit on it or chair it or direct it, but it's the committee that looks at whether honours should be rescinded, and I'm sure that they'll obviously want to do their job as others have to do theirs.
The Savile's Hall at the Royal Armouries, which held the auction of the presenter's effects, will retain its name for the time being. Bosses want to wait for the outcome of the police inquiry. Other plans for commemorative events and statues in Leeds and Scarborough have been scrapped. Kathy Killick, BBC Look North.
So let's go over to our reporter Joe Inwood, who's at the cemetery in Scarborough.
Joe, what's going to happen there?
Well, as Kathy said in her report there, less than 3 weeks ago, that massive triple headstone was erected to Jimmy Savile. Tomorrow morning, about 7 o'clock, 7:30, the same undertaker who buried him, the same undertaker who put that headstone up, is going to be taking it down. It's going to be slow, painstaking work. It is a vast piece of granite weighing about 1.25 tons. It's embedded in concrete with steel dowels, and so it's going to be slow, painstaking, methodical work. But the end result is, within an hour and a half, the tombstone that was clearly meant to be a lasting tribute to Jimmy Savile will be taken down, quite possibly for good.
Now, we've heard today that the action has been taken on the request of Jimmy Savile's family. Is that so?
Yes, Krista. Well, quite often when the various road signs and plaques bearing Jimmy Savile's name have been taken down, it's been because of vandalism or because the council have decided. But this time, Jimmy Savile's family have said that they want his headstone to be taken down. They've released a statement just recently. They say that they're aware of the impact of the stone remaining there could have on the dignity and sanctity of the cemetery. Out of respect to public opinion, to those who are buried there and to those who tend and visit the graves, we have decided to remove it. Now, it follows there was an attack, we're told, on the headstone last week. A glass bottle was thrown, we're told, and some of the glass is still at the site. Now, there are other people clearly buried nearby, including soldiers who recently died in Afghanistan. And the concern of the family and the people who tend the graves is that the public anger about these recent revelations about Jimmy Savile could have a knock-on effect on other people who use this site.
Joe, thank you very much for bringing us the very latest from Scarborough. Thank you.